Hey everybody, thanks for checking out this video. If you like the content I'm putting out, please like, comment, and subscribe. And hope you like this video. Hey everybody, I'm going to do a review of the AimSHOT laser bore sight. I picked this up at Big Daddy Unlimited a few years ago, and it's a fairly comprehensive kit. Comes with a bunch of different calibers, but it's big enough, it has expansion room for you to add more calibers to it. So it's a nice zip package, opens up like this. It's got a little, these are some that I added to it, but it looks pretty much like this. So the instructions are here. There's this little plastic thing. I keep spare batteries in here. It has this, which is so you could run the laser with these little teeny tiny like watch batteries, but it also has this, which is how do I open it up? Oh, I have to have a screwdriver. Oh no, I don't. In order to put the battery in, this will take more of a, I think this is a AAA. It's either a AAA or AA, but it has this little thing, and this goes on to the laser, the actual laser. It screws into the bottom, and then there's a magnet here, so you could magnet it to the side of your gun, assuming it's made of metal and it isn't all plastic. And this, the laser that it comes with is 5.56 size. And the laser shoots out of here, and you would unscrew the bottom, screw this on, and then you could power the laser off of this pack instead of the little teeny watch batteries that are in there. So then you have this is your 5.56. This would just go into the chamber, and a laser will shoot out, and you can kind of pre-dial in your optic based on the laser. Now these are great for getting your optic close before you still have to go to the range and put some rounds on paper to really dial it in, but this will get you close. The first time I ever sighted in an optic, I had never done it before. No one ever showed me how to do it, so I read the manual that came with the optic, and I went out there and I started close, got on paper, and then I put it way too far out too fast. Maybe there's people that are way more skilled at it than I am. So then I ended up wasting a bunch of ammo, and then I had to move it closer, figure out where I was, and then incrementally move it out to get it out to my zero that I wanted. This saved me a lot of time in subsequent trips, and they have all these spacers. So this one, for instance, is oh goodness, I'm gonna have to get glasses. .225. Goodness, I can't read it. But it goes in here. So this one, I know what this one is. I don't have to read the side. This is for 12 gauge. So, and this is just a holder. The laser goes in there. And this just is the right size to fit into the chamber. So you go like this. And then you could put it in there. Now the interesting part is the laser is recessed, so you could probably close the bolt on this. I have always left my bolt open, and that brings me to my other point. It has this little plastic rod for plunging them out. This works great in rifles, pistol caliber carbines, something that has a fixed barrel. These extra ones, I have a 9mm laser, and I have a 45 ACP laser, and I have some pistol caliber carbines that use these, so that worked out great. But whenever I tried to use it for my shadow system, those barrels move whenever the slide is back, so you can't just drop it in the chamber zero with the bolt open and like I do with a rifle, like an AR. And I don't know if I've never tried to close the bolt on it because I didn't want to break my laser, and I didn't also want to hurt my gun, the firing pin, and all that sort of stuff. So for my pistols, I don't use this. For rifles, pistol caliber carbines, stuff like that, something with a fixed barrel, I would use these. For my pistol, like my Shadow System, anything with a moving barrel, I just do it the old-fashioned way, and I go down, I start it close, get on paper, move it back, dial it in, dial it in, dial it in. So this one came with everything with the exception of these. I ordered these separate. So as a 12 gauge one, let's see if I could read any of these. It's white on gold print. Okay, so 303 British, 220 Swift. There's another one in here, 762 by 39. Oh, so this would be for your AK. And you just slide the laser in there and then it fits. So I've used this one for the Galil, this one for ARs and the X95, which this is just the laser. All these other ones are just plugs so you can fit in different chambers. You saw the 12 gauge one. This one is the 264 Winchester, 300 Winchester, 300 WGA, which I'm not familiar with that round. .30-06, 25-06, 270 Winchester, and 280. This one is 243 Winchester, 308 Winchester, 7mm and 7mm and 8mm. For this one, now let's try again. Let's try one more time on this one. .275 Winchester, 225 Winchester, and I can't read the others. I've never used this one. But the 308, the 762 by 39, the 556, and the 12 gauge, I sighted in the old whatchamacallit, TS12 with that bad boy, and it worked out really nice. And this one, you tuck away the little laser and cable to protect it, and stays in this little battery box. I don't keep a battery in here because I don't want the battery to corrode and, goodness gracious, damage any of the internals. So I only put a battery in here whenever I'm ready to actually use this. Man, this wire just wants to just jump out of here. All right, there we go. So you get it tucked away in here, and it fits in one of these loops nicely. And then you put these in here. Then you just drop it into the bolt and or drop it into the chamber, and the laser shoots out the end of the barrel. You north, south, east, west your windage and your elevation, and you can get kind of close. So what I would do is I would like get the longest hallway in my house, and you point the laser on the wall, and I dial in my optic that way. And then that will usually get me, 10 yards or so. And then, or at least close enough that whenever I put it at 10 or 15 yards out at the range, I'm on paper. And then from once I'm on paper, I can dial it into actually where the bullets are actually going. I hope that helps.